Hi everybody, Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well, my friends. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a bloody good subscribe. Happy Friday, another week. Congratulations, well done. It's a bit sunny here in Hornchurch. It's cold but sunny. I don't mind it after all the rain we've had in the last week. Hope you're looking forward to the World Cup. Woohoo! England, 10 a.m. on Monday. It's going to be a fun sales call for me on a Monday. Anyway. Loads coming up this weekend, as well as the World Cup. Obviously on Sunday, we've got our own stuff on the channel. We've got Irish Tommy, hopefully tonight, the Late Late Show. Check it out when you come back from the pub. If you want to have a little chinwag with Tommy, he'll be on there from about 10 o'clock onwards usually. We'll also have Holly show this weekend, tweet all about it. Finding the best of West Ham Twitter, and all the funny stories. It's all, very really funny sort of magazine type points of view type show by Holly. She does every week for us on the channel. And also next Thursday we've got there's Brazil v Ghana at 7 o'clock, and then at 9 o'clock we've got the next of our Irons supporting food banks charity game shows. We're doing Blockbusters. We're doing it with X, and we do it with Ryan at West Ham Fan TV. And also in that, you can have the opportunity to win a signed Lucas Fabianski shirt. Go check out the Iron Food Bank Twitter feed. There's a Just Giving link. Donate, and every £10 you donate, you get an entry into the raffle. So if you donate £10, you get one raffle ticket, so to speak. If you do 50, you get 5 tickets, and that'll be drawn on that as well. We'll also hopefully have an ex-Hammer as well on live interview on Wednesday possibly, so keep an eye for that. But today we've got the Hammers headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. 3 transfer rumours. It's all about the transfer rumours at the moment. Let's start with this man. He's on the thumbnail. Zapata. Do you remember him? Were we going to sign him in last January, I think it was? So apparently West Ham have allegedly been presented with yet another chance to sign the Atalanta striker Duvin Zapata. That's according to a report from Tutor Makata Web, who claimed that the Hammers could face competition with Newcastle for the 31-year-old hitman in the January transfer window. We had a bid accepted for the Colombian international apparently back in January, when we were crying out for a striker, when we could have probably even got Champions, could have even get maybe Champions League. That it was riding high in the positions, weren't we? And we were crying out for reinforcements, but unfortunately we couldn't get a deal over the line in time. And David Moyes' search for a striker ended, and someone we bought Gianluca Scamacca for 35 million quid. But Tutor Makata Web reckon that the Hammers could sign Zapata this transfer window, or even potentially in the summer as well, if Moyes still wants him. Described as deadly by TalkSport, the 31-year-old will be a very good addition, I think, to West Ham's squad. Obviously, being 31, it's hardly a signing for the future, as we know, but definitely for the here and now. He's been in good form for Italy this year, he's racking 13 goals and 7 assists in 32 games for Atalanta. Last season. He boasts a career record of 151 goals and 60 assists in 398 games. So that's almost it's over a goal contribution every other game. He's 6'2", he's quick, he's an impressive build, an impressive physique, strong, he has pace. I liken him to a striker version of Antonio. No disrespect to Mikel Antonio, but he's not a striker by trade, where Zapata is. He was valued, I think, about £40 million at one point, but I think obviously with his contract coming to a close in the next 12-18 months, I think a fee of around £15 million could be somewhere around the right region, which would be a fair price. But will we have that kind of money to spend in January? Who knows? There's going to be no sell-on value. This will be not with the norm of our signings recently. We may be getting maybe 2 seasons out of him possibly. So I think it'd be personally a struggle to justify that spend, especially with Antonio still at the club, who plays a similar style of football, albeit Zapata has a much better strike rate than Antonio. But we'll see. It's we know Moyes was obviously keen in. We know Moyes' his ideal striker has always been a Mikel Antonio part 2, and Zapata kind of fits that bill. But I think it's a bridge too far personally. One I think which could be an interesting one is apparently West Ham are keen on £9 million Sao Paulo midfielder Pablo Maia. And as we're obviously currently in discussions with Sao Paulo for Luizão, the centre back. So according to people at X, we're in sort of quite further negotiations with them about signing the 20-year-old left-sided centre back. Will also can play left back as well. And with that, discussions about his midfield counterpart have apparently been mooted as well. We know that West Ham back in October announced they set up sort of this scouting network in Brazil, and it seems another name to enter this fray is Pablo Maia. He's a hard-working, tenacious, tough-tackling midfield enforcer. Now, he's in conversations with the media outlet UOL. The 20-year-old admitted that he wanted to play in Europe and it's his dream to play in Europe. Apparently, Sao Paulo have already rejected a bid of 6.5 million from Fulham, and apparently they're holding out for around 9 million quid. He's got 12 months left in his contract. Similar situation to Luizão, to be honest. And so, Sao Paulo side who lost, Marquinhos to Arsenal over the summer may have no real choice but to cash in if we come with a decent fee of around 9 million quid for him. He's a tough tackling midfielder, highly rated in Brazil, 20, so again, sell on value, and you can see sort of the production line, particularly looking at the likes of Luizão. We spoke about Jeffrey Eno as well, so I think you'll see a lot more of these names entering the hat, so to speak, but we'll keep an eye on Pablo. And lastly, could Moyes have a little potential replacement for Cresswell lined up? Now, apparently West Ham are eyeing a move to beat Leeds to the signing of Borussia Dortmund left-back Rafael Guerreiro in the January transfer window. That's according to a report from French media outlet Jules Football, who claim that the West Ham boss wants to bring the 57-capped Portuguese international to the London Stadium. 28-year-old is out of contract in the summer of 2023, meaning that he can sign a pre-contract agreement with clubs outside Germany, such as West Ham and Leeds, from January the 1st. Interesting, though, West Ham want to steal a march on their rivals by signing him in January for a nominal fee. That's what a lot of people are trying to do now when they're coming to the end of their contract. Rather than signing January 1st, basically buy him for almost next to nothing in January. Not next to nothing, but for a smaller fee than maybe they would have done if it was 12 months earlier. We know left-back is a clear area we need to improve, particularly with someone like Aaron Cresswell, who turns 33 next month, and Emerson hasn't really established himself for the club, but I don't think Emerson is really a left-back as such, and it seems as though David Moyes has someone else in mind, and as the French as Jules Foudou claim, it seems as though the Hammers could be in pole position to sign the Dortmund Aces signature. Fantastic player, these guys. That's because, as I said, we're willing to pay the transfer fee, or a potential transfer fee. So far in the Bundesliga this year, he's scored 1, assisted 2. He's got some really good stats, 54 passes on average with an 85% pass completion rate, which is not bad at all for the Bundesliga. Fantastic player up and down. I think he's a really good left back, and actually is a left back rather than a left wing back. And I think him and Emerson will be a really good options going forward potentially. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. We'll keep an eye. Anyway, guys, that's it. Nice and short, 9 minutes ish. We'll be back on Monday. Keep an eye out with Irish Tommy, the Late Show, and Holly's show. Please go and check out and donate to the Irons Point Food Banks. The Just Giving site is on the website. Is on all the Twitter for the Irons Food Banks as well. And as I said, you're not just donating some money for the food banks, but you're in a chance of winning a signed match-worn Lucas Fabianski shirt as well, which is fantastic, isn't it? For a tenner, that's a bargain, isn't it? That's a bargain in anyone's eyes. And we'll try and get a bit more, a few other bits and bobs as well, including that raffle as well. But that's the main prize. So there we go, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the start of the World Cup. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.